Hey guys, it's Callie Carroll here, aka Fit Coach, and I want to talk to you guys about the art of cheating. And if you guys have been following me, you know that we have like our art of series of different workouts, different like simple explanations. I'm always kind of quirky and funny and off the wall, whatever, just deal with it, right? But outside of our workouts, I've had some questions from clients where they're asking about their meal plans and their nutrition, and they're working on these lifestyle changes, right? Where they have a pretty consistent level of calories and protein that they're getting in, learning to love their foods. But when you start your journey, sometimes you feel like you need the cheat, right? And by the way, when you've been on your journey for like 8 years like me, you still enjoy the cheat. So let's talk about the art of cheating. What does that look like? And first thing is, like, if cheating creates a negative space in your brain, don't call this a cheat. Just call it like a different, you can call it like, I'm like, people like to do like macro timing, or like if you want to call it like something that sounds really cool, or this is my high carb day for my macro time, whatever that is, right? You can say something like that. Or just look at it as I have an 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, I eat X, Y, and Z way. I eat on track. And this is my life, you guys. I would say, if anything, when people are following me or working with me, they're looking at the fact that I've been able to maintain results, regardless of, I just had a baby 3 weeks ago, right? So I have some results to pop in back into right now, but I've been able to retain my results for the last 7-8 years. And if you hung out with me, like, I've had people come like and be around me like, oh my God, can I take a picture of you eating that? Like, seriously, you have that? And they're really surprised that I don't have the most like meticulous habits every single time. They're surprised by that, right? So let's see, like, what does that art of cheating look like? What does it look like for me? What can it look like for you when you're running after results? So before I get to my lifestyle, I want to look at, like, what's the art of cheating, right? When you're running after results, when you're looking for trimming off a couple inches, when you're running after a 30-pound weight loss, when you're running after a 100-pound weight loss, right? And I believe, this is my thought process, total restriction for me creates a mental game and a ignited failure in the future. That's what it does. Because if you tell me, hey, Callie, for the next month, you don't get any pizza and any beer, this is normal Callie, right? Then you know what I'm going to think about for the next month? Anybody? Pizza and beer. That's what I'm going to think about. No pizza and beer, no pizza and beer. All my brain hears is pizza and beer, pizza and beer, pizza and beer. So when I'm working with clients, we don't have restrictions. I don't say you can't eat, you can't eat this, or this. Make sure you stay away from bananas, and then you can't have grapes because they're the highest in sugar. Now, I'm going to make sure you're educated and that you're watching the macros and you know what's in those different things, but it's never a never, because when you have a never, it's almost an always, because that's all you can think about. It makes sense, right? So looking at your cheating, you're just looking at basically stepping into your 20% of not great foods. 80% of the time, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're following the plan that we've given you. You're following the nutrients that we've given you, right? But the other 20%, you're like, okay, like, it's Friday night, tonight's the night where I'm going to step out a little bit and have some fun. So that's the first thing I would look like, the 80-20 rule, okay? 80-20 rule looks really good for maintenance. When you're going for a little bit more results, I would say maybe a 90-10 might be a little bit more reasonable for running after your results. And it's like, how do you even measure that? I don't know, right? Like, I mean, you look at it, if you eat 5 times a day and there's 7 days a week, then you eat 35 times a week. What's 10% of 35? It's 3.5. So maybe 3 of those little things you're eating outside, like whatever. Like if you're that like math meticulous, try to figure it out, right? It's a few snacks or a meal a week that you're going to be not eating as great on. Okay, so now what about when you're good at, though? So I want to talk about the art of cheating. Like, okay, so we've established that, Callie, I'm good 90% of the time because I'm going after results. The other 10%, I want to enjoy what I want to enjoy. The first one I'm going to tell you is don't destroy your results and your program by cheating so hardcore that you consume the deficit that you just created over the week. And what I mean by that is if you did every single day, you had a 300, let's say you had a 500 calorie deficit because you had, you had a little bit of a calorie deficit in your consumption and you had a small workout or a walk that you did. So over the week, 7 times 5 is 3,500. You would have lost 1 pound, right? 500 deficit every day, you lost a pound. It's awesome. But then on Friday, you decide, okay, this is my cheat meal. And this, I know it sounds like crazy, but it's totally possible, you guys. You decide that you're gonna have 2 slices, the big slices of pizza, and then you guys are gonna have some drinks, and it's gonna be margaritas. Actually, when I do the Chili's talk, like you could eat 3,500 calories like that. It's crazy, right? So you go out and you have these foods and you consume, let's just say you even consume 2,000. Right? You worked all week to burn 3,500. You eat 2,000 on one night. What's happening to your results? When you go that ham, that big, what can happen is you decide you don't want to do it anymore. Like, I'm done because I'm not seeing results. But you're not seeing results is because your 10%, right, is actually eating the calories that you burn all week. So when you're going to have your cheat time, you want to do it with recognition of how much cheat you're doing. Okay. So I recommend on those days, still use MyFitnessPal. Still utilize MyFitnessPal because that way you'll be able to see and really know what's going on. Don't put your head in the sand and be like, I'm just going to ignore it. Like, tonight's my cheat night. I'm going to do whatever I want. Because then you don't understand that the margarita you just had 550 calories, right? And then that hamburger from whatever joint was 1,200 calories. And all of a sudden you just had those 2 things and you still haven't even gone out for the rest of the night. Right? So make sure that you're still looking at it and that your cheat is a reasonable amount. And as you guys grow through this, I'm going to tell you, like, for me, my big cheat, like I said, is pizza and beer. I love it. I love pizza. It's absolutely fantastic to me. So if I'm going to have my cheat and I'm looking at my week, I'm not going to elect to cheat on having like my up of carbs by having sweet potatoes on Friday night when I know that I'm going to have pizza the next night. Like, that's not going to be my cheat. I'm not going to have hummus and pita thinking, well, hummus, maybe that's good for me, but pita is actually just a carb, which is like a pizza crust. That's not like much better for me. Okay, not at all, right? That I'm not going to elect to have that during the week. I'm going to stay on par with my program throughout the week. And then when I want the pizza, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look it up. Did you guys know that Anthony's Pizza, which is like a pretty big slice of pizza out here in Colorado, it has less than 400 calories for a cheese slice of pizza, right? So I could fit that in my macros. I could do my regular eating that I usually do for my day, my regular program, and fit a 400 calorie, and get to my protein. So now I know that I could have 1 slice of pizza, not 3, right? And the 1 slice, I'm not going to hover in. I'm going to take time eating it, take time consuming it, right? Enjoy it. And then I know that a Blue Moon has 180 calories. That's a lot of calories. I know that an Ultra has 65. Is that right? 65, 75, something around there. I don't actually drink beers that much right now. This whole pregnancy thing. Okay. So looking at that, if I'm going to have 2 or 3 beers, it's not going to be 2 or 3 Blue Moons. It's going to be 2 or 3 Ultras. I'm going to change my choices that I'm having as my cheats, but still have my cheats. Or I'm going to have 1 Blue Moon. I really love the Blue Moon. Okay, no problem. I get to have 1, not 3, because 3 is going to put me at 600 calories almost. Now with that and the pizza, I'm at 1,000 calories. That's plenty of a cheat, right? That's enough for that, right? So looking at like picking and choosing your battles of what things you want to have. Okay, that's the second thing. The third thing is that when I'm doing my cheat days or whatever that is, when I'm going outside, I'm hitting my 10%. Let's just say that, when I'm hitting my 10%, what I'm going to do on those days is I'm going to make sure that I don't screw up multiple days. I don't be like, well, today, I know that tonight we're going to Buca di Beppo for dinner, so I might as well screw up in the morning. Absolutely not. I do the opposite. I'm even better the day of. The day, like I make sure I get my workout in that morning. I make sure that I stay right on key. Like I know that by the evening, I can have my 2 meals, 2 shakes, be at 600 calories and like about 80 grams of protein. And I still have, if I'm eating for my deficit, another 600 calories to consume before I even started cheating for dinner, right? So I want to make sure that I nail the day right? So that at that whatever I'm having that time, that it's going to be something that I'm already ahead of, right? And the day after, think about that. The day after is not where you wake up and you're like sometimes, okay, if you have a hangover, by the way, if it is like a cocktail that you're selecting, now you wake up and you're like, I need carbs to absorb what I just had. There's a problem with that. Okay, then you want to reconsider how much you drank the day before, because now you're not only like messing up yesterday, but you're messing up the next day. 10% just became 30%, and your 1 pound loss just became a 1 pound gain, because you're going overboard, right? So you want to watch, maybe that's a special celebration every once in a while, not a regular occurrence. That's something you're trying to veer away from. Okay, so how are you eating the next day? Right back onto your correct program. Like for me, when you wake up, actually, you guys, and you try this, and you have your healthy smoothie the next morning, and some energy, and you got your tea, you're going to feel better having that, even though your brain's telling you to grab the greasy burrito, right? Okay, so day of, morning, day after. Here's a question that I got. What about the timing of the day? Is it better to have the breakfast burrito in the morning and that be your cheat than it is later on? Absolutely. If you are willing to take whatever your cheat time is going to be and have that during the morning hour, and remember, I'll finish that statement first. So you have it during the morning hour, then you've got all day long that you're going out and doing activities. It's not like you're eating the pizza and then going to bed, right? Because that's not the best. Instead, you're having the pizza for breakfast, and then you work out later in the day, and you're being energetic and you're burning the calories. So that is a better time to cheat. It's just kind of more awkward for people because they don't want to wake up and have the pizza and beer for breakfast. Does that make sense? So usually it does end up being an evening thing. Now, if you're just like, but I'm the breakfast burrito person, okay, one thing is that you can make breakfast burritos healthy. You guys have learned that from us now if you're one of our clients, right? You've got all the resources. Pretty much Mexican food is the easiest thing, one of the easiest things to make healthy-wise, right? But if that's not what you're craving, if you're really craving the flour tortilla and the whatever, then you get that item, right? And it is better to have it during the day. Just remember that's your one meal of the week. So here's a pretty good standard a friend was telling me about. If you're going for a weight loss of less than 30 pounds, then look at having 2 of those meals a week as one of your cheat meals. So if you have the breakfast burrito on a Wednesday morning, then you have one other experience during the week that you would have a cheat meal for, right? And that cheat meal is not thousands of calories. It's putting you over by maybe 500 calories. It's just putting you over your resting metabolic rate X amount, right? So it's not taking you completely backwards. Now, if you have over 30 pounds to lose, their recommendation is only have 1 cheat meal per week, because you still need to have something. Otherwise, you're going to go crazy. Like otherwise, most people, very few of you will be like, I'm going to give up everything. I'm going to do Whole30. I'm never going to have this, and this. And when I do see people that do it, they don't last. Rarely do they last. I have very few experiences where I've heard of somebody continuously eating like that. And I work with normal people. I don't work with a person that's like the 1% that's like, I don't care about any food. If they didn't care about any food, they probably wouldn't even be coming to me anyways, right? So looking at this, yes, it's better to cheat in the morning if you were going to cheat, if that fits in with what your cravings are and what your desire is. But let's see if following that standard for 1 cheat meal versus 2 cheat meals, right, helps you out as well. So hopefully that helps you with the art of cheating, okay? Last little things, just so you guys know, I always do when I'm like going off my program is I make sure that I don't go completely off. I still take my other supplements I know that my body needs. I'm still going to take if I'm doing pizza and beer, you bet your ass I'm having a carb blocker and a fat blocker, something along those lines, to make sure that my body is not storing as much of that. So I make sure that I stay on target, and it's not like, well, since I'm going to have that Buca de Beppo again, I'm going to skip all of the rest of my supplements too. Absolutely not. That's not the day to do that at all. So those are all of the different things that I do with cheating. And remember, I keep saying the word cheating because we call this the art of cheating, but that's not what I think about in my mind. Like when I have pizza, I don't think I'm cheating. I think it's pizza night. That's what I think. It's pizza night. Right? And I don't have pizza night, actually, like it's probably like once a month right now, if even, but it's not like a regular thing, and it's not multiple times a week, because if I'm only doing once a week of that, then there we go. Okay. I forgot to tell you guys this. I'm the master of like maintaining results, right? Long term. So once you get to your goal weight, I just want to let you guys know this is still the way of life for me. Because I know that I'm still going to want to go out and have the popcorn at the movies, or I'm going to want to have the pizza again, or we're going to go out for a family dinner. I'm going to get something that's off of my stuff, or I'm going to have a couple drinks. And with that, I still live this way, but I do 80-20. I know that I can have a little bit more of the crap foods and maintain my weight because I don't need a deficit at the end of the week. Right now I do, because now I have some extra baby weight to lose, right? But usually I know that I don't have to do that. So I still do that flux. I'm not really a weekend warrior, but I take such good care of myself during the majority of days, and I make the choices based on what do I really want this week? That's going to be the choice for my cheat foods or whatever. And I do about 80% of good and 20% bad. Okay, art of cheating. That's what I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching this. Like I said, my name's Callie Carroll, Fit Coach. I've been doing this I've had Right Fit since 2006, I think, 2007, and helping people transform their bodies, their mindset, their confidence, igniting smiles. That's what I'm running after. So please comment below anything that you want to share around macros, about anything that we talked about, and share to help some other people out there. And if you're looking for help yourself for a program, that's what we do. So just reach out to me and we can help place you in the proper program, the proper support group. We have workout programs, we have nutrition programs, we have full on just the programs that support every single aspect of it, right? We've got free communities, we've got mindset programs. So reach out if you're wanting a little help in your life on any of those arenas. All right, guys, subscribe below. Thank you so much. Appreciate every one of you, and have a glorious day. That was the art of cheating. Bye.